This one I'm gonna cut in half. See, I counted it this morning. This is rot. I'm gonna cut that off. So I guess it's standard. The thing is, I don't have a tape measure. Is there a tape measure on the cart? Alright, it's not important that these be perfectly measured in half because we're going to end up cutting about a foot off anyway. They're 12-foot poles and we only need about 5. But and some of them were rotten on one side, so I'm going to only use one side of the pole. But these are old pressure treated before they changed it with all the EPA stuff. These are CCA poles, which they actually lasted a long time in the ground. It stands for copper, chromium, arsenic, if you didn't know. Arsenic kills the bugs, and the copper and the chromium. The copper doesn't allow algae or vegetation to grow on it, and the chromium prevents rot. So, yeah, they're good. They were in use at the other barn, holding that up for about a decade. Now they're going to be put in use somewhere else. And they're heavy. But we got to get them back here. One of the biggest problems is getting materials back here. It's a pain. Thankfully, got the tractor and the bobcat and the rhino and a golf cart. And all this wonderful help. That's okay. I don't want any help. This is my corona therapy. Gotta do something. And good exercise. All right, let's go. Well, everything's where we left it. See the crackers are toasted. That's key. Oh man, we gotta figure out how to do half. The water is coming in so quick, I think we can just put the concrete in there dry and it'll soak it up. Put a little on top. Don't usually do that, but it ain't a church. The next day and the concrete set up pretty good. Chased all the water away. Nice and hard. The grub down there. Huh. All right, we got all the poles set, more or less right up on the line. What do we got? About 1/8 there. We had a lot of roots to contend with, so some of these are up against the line and some of them are a little further away, and it's not that important if they're off the line in certain ways. Like, what it's going to be is basically in beam construction, so it's going to be a double beam across each one of these rows of 6x6s running left to right, and then I'm going to stub 2x8s into the end of the beams. That's why it's in beam with joist hangers. So you know, if it's, for example, if the pole's off the string a little bit, you know, this way, I will cantilever the post past the beam, past the post a little bit, just to get to where the string is. So, and it's a cabin in the woods. Who cares if it's a little crooked? And I know I said last time that I wasn't going to use concrete. I changed my mind on that. I don't know. We dug these holes and it was really muddy, so it didn't have really a good base. So we kind of mixed as we went. I usually don't do that, but again, it's just a cabin. If it's not square, I don't care. So the plan is from here, we're going to have like the existing dimensions is 16 by 10. We're going to come back 4 with a front porch, probably do a 10-foot wall with a little loft up in there, and just see how it goes. Kind of design on the fly. But this is a big step to get this out of the way. This is a big nasty job to get these dug. We got thunderstorms coming in tomorrow, so we're chilling. Well, it all made it in one piece, all screwed together. See how these poles set up in this rain. We got like 2 or 3 inches of rain. It was crazy. Let's see. They're pretty sturdy. Yeah, not too bad. You passed the wiggle test. They're stiff. If I had put in 2 bags after the first bag, they'd be stiffer, but I ain't going nowhere. All right, so we're going to get going on the cutting the posts off all level, and hopefully start putting the beams and the joists in. So we as you've seen, we drug all the joists and beams back with the tractor, and in the back of the Rhino here got the Bosch laser. This thing's awesome. Pass load nail gun, all charged up, 2 batteries. Got the 60-volt DeWalt skill saw. That thing's a powerhouse, and we're going to try to go with the Ryobi battery chainsaw today. It's quite convenient, but they don't last that long. And I got the Makita screw gun. I love that thing. And then we got the DeWalt screw gun. If the Makita runs out, we'll put the flex volt batteries on this the DeWalt, but they're a lot of voltage for this thing, and I've actually had smoke come out the side of this thing when you put the flex volt on there. They say it's fine, that's why it's called flex volt, but I don't think it's fine. Pass load nails, sawzall, and then a bunch of carpentry tools. So we're gonna get started. That's our laser line. Where we want it's 4 inches below, and then that's going to be the top of the floor deck right there, and then a 2x8 is 7 1/4. So we're going to go down 7 1/4 for a cut line, but I'm going to cut the top first, then go down, because it's going to have a shoulder cut on it. Here it is. It's all roughly roughed in. I got to come back and put the joist hangers on and the carriage bolts through the poles. But let's see how flat it is. She's nice and flat. Flat like water. So it's pretty straight. We'll see when we lay it out, how put some plywood on it, how square it is. I don't care. I think it's probably pretty square. These lines are straight. The one side, the opposite side over there, it pushes out in the middle of the coach. I don't know why that is. I string lined it and it should have been dead straight, but oh well. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Right down here it pushes. So that kind of sucks. Probably about a 1/2 inch. Not bad. So now we gotta clean up the mess. But that should be one strong floor. Signing off. Tired.